So hi and welcome to the Rural Project. So on today's video I'm going to have a look at this large stringy bark log. We're going to take some measurements and see what the volume of the log is. We're going to get the chainsaw out, book it to length, and then get the axes into it and split it down. Then we'll stack it and we'll work out exactly what volume we get in split firewood compared to log volume. So hi, welcome back to the Rural Project. My name's Chris and today we're going to be booking up a log and splitting it and sticking it in the wood store. As you can see behind me, that's a Cat 304, and just over my shoulder there you can see the big stick of wood. Now that was dropped last weekend and I'm back here today. We're going to do things a little bit different today, a bit more interactive. So what I want you to do is have a look at this log and tell me how many cubic meters of wood you think is in this log. So this is a little monster. So stick your comments in the section below. That's a 5-ton excavator. So I'm thinking and guessing that this is 1.5 cubic meters. You got to stick your comments. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to get a tape measure. We're going to measure this and I'll give you the dimensions, and then I'll calculate what that works out to be and stick it on the screen, and then we will see once it's been split. We'll see exactly what dimensions we get, what cubic meters we get once I stack it in the store. So I'm guessing about a 25% increase from stick form into firewood form, to take into account like the bulking factor. Even though I'm going to neatly stack it in the wood store, I reckon sort of 25% increase, but only time will tell. We'll see what results we get once we're finished. So hopefully you can see in the background there, it's a very grey day here at the Rural Project. Those are grey clouds. It's not going to rain today, but it is cold. It's sort of 5-6 degrees. Still got my shorts on. I never very rarely put my long pants on, but still got the shorts on. But I'll be glad to get the chaps on soon and get my legs warmed up and get into a bit of work. So the weapon of choice today will be the Stihl 462 with the 24-inch bar from Tsunami, and I have just sharpened that. So things are all set. Right, let me grab the tape measure and we'll give you some dimensions. So if you haven't already, stick what your thoughts are in the section below, and then we'll see how accurate you are compared to measured dimensions. Okay, it is 20 feet long, 6.1 meters long. I'll just give you the diameters. At the butt end, it is 22 inches, 550 millimeters. And at the thin end, it's 16 inches, 400 mil. Right, so when you work that out, assuming it's an equal taper from the butt down to the thin end, I'll give the volume of this tree in cubic meters below me now. And if I'm smart enough, I'll be able to convert that into cords as well. Got my magnetic marking stick attached. That's 380 mil length, so I do them just sort of short 400 mil. So 380 is just nice. So I will now mark this log full length from one end to the other, and then we'll start the cutting process and see how many pieces we get out. When we started splitting, it's the wood shed there, all ready for receiving new firewood. Hopefully you can see why this stuff's called stringy back now. That's what you get off it. Even the back burns well, to be honest, but you get a bit of smoke. Right, let's keep going. As you can see, this is pretty dry. Oh, it's blocking up pretty good. You can see this is sort of wood. It does have a nice straight grain. You can see there, this has been dead for, oh, look, I know at least 4 years, but I would imagine that it died in the 2014 fires. So that'll be sort of 8 years ago. And you can see all the cracking as it's been drying itself out. You can see small moisture pockets here. That's where the water's coming from the outside, working its way in through each of those cracks. There's kind of evidence that even when something's dead standing, it's still not perfectly dry. Water's still working its way in. It's just vast majority of the moisture content will be low. There'll just be pockets of wet. But that's fine. So this thing will be split up and put in a wood store, and it'll be burning next winter, not this winter. All right, let's keep going. We've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts to go, and then we'll drop the log. 5 cuts to go, sorry, and then we'll drop the log and book up the middle section. Well, that's the 16 rounds. So I've pulled these ones together, looking a little bit closer. What I'm going to do, sometimes when I'm splitting this stuff, I'll put a band around them, like a chain with a strong elastic band. Can't remember what they're called now. Bungee cord. It's like a bungee cord, but it's a rubber bungee cord. So I usually, or I have done in the past, I've sort of stuck those around. It helps to keep the log upright, so you're not picking it up all the time. What I'm going to try this time is putting that around a whole block of them, and hopefully I'm just going to be able to wander around, smack, 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 and split them all up. We shall see how we go. I'm going to use the Fiskars X27. I don't think I'm going to need them all on this stuff. Looking at it, it doesn't look too bad, but we shall see as I get going. Right, let's get this chain and bungee cord on and get whacking them with the axe. This is nice and tight now, so we'll get to do some axe whacking. Right, let's go. Ooh, it's a bit harder than normal. And this is the advantage now. You see, these pieces all stay upright. This might take a little bit more. It's got a couple of knots in it, but we'll see. Ooh, one big crack. It's good. It's a bit harder, that bit. I don't think I'll get that one split. Okay, this will be another tough one, the big knot and growth on the side. Make sure I don't hit the roof. It's gone. A big knot. Right, as you can see, that went pretty easy. So that's the first 2, 4, 6, 8 rounds, so I'm halfway through. So I'll get on to the rest of it. I'll bring you back when I've finished. It's not bad. Of those 8 rounds, there was 2 cuts that I couldn't finish off with the X27. I'm sure them all will break it to pieces in a minute. Now, as you can see, not one piece having to be picked up, all held in place with the chain and the bungee cord. Okay, those 4 and those 4 now. Let's get those done, and I'll bring you guys back once I'm done. Actually, a bit of a rethink. What I'll do is I'll bring you guys on the journey with a bit of a time lapse, and I'll split these next 4 with no chain around them, just so you can see that simple comparison. Right, there we have it. There's a few more bend over and pickups, stand back up, compared to that pile. But the difference isn't massive. I think it just makes a little bit of a difference with the band. And to be honest, different wood splits differently. When I split some of the really hard wood, that stuff flies off into the distance once you give it a good whack and it splits. So it's definitely useful on harder wood. This stuff splits pretty good. This stringy bark, it's quite easy to see there. Just sort of swung through it all with the X27. Okay, we'll get through the last 4 rounds now, and then we'll start some stacking. Okay, so there are a fair few now to pick up. I've just done a great video prior to this one. I've right close up as I was splitting pieces of wood, and went and deleted it by accident. What a bummer. So as you can see, a lot of wood now that's been split. So if you want to rethink the total volume, go back to your comment and give it a little change now, because I'm about to start the stacking process. Stick you guys on time lapse. You'll see a man work fast, and then we'll do some measurements. Right, I'll bring you back once this is fully stacked. Okay, so now the moment you've all been waiting for, the anticipation. I can feel the anticipation. Right, let's do a bit of measuring and see what size of wood stack we've created. So this wood stack is 2.2 meters long. That's 7 foot 4 inches. Get an average height here about there, so that is 1.6 meters high and 5 feet 3 inches. As we said, the logs are 400 long, which is 12, 14, which is 16 inches. Right, so doing a quick maths, that equates to 1.4 cubic meters, which equates to what in cords is written on the screen below you. I guessed 1.5 cords, if my memory serves me correctly, so I'm pretty close at 1.4. Now obviously on the screen now I'll do the comparison of what the log volume was versus what we've got now with where we've booked it to length and split it. But as you'll see, there is a bulking factor. So working on firewood creates firewood. So bucking and splitting wood creates more wood. It's just one of those things. Right, I am going to now pack up. I'm going to call it for the day. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. We've got a nice stack of wood here, and I've got plenty more to go out in the future. So thanks for watching, really do appreciate it. Put a comment in the comment section below, and don't forget you need to click that subscribe button because there's lots more videos coming. Alright, stay tuned. Okay, so I got the moisture meter going, and as you can see we're sort of 29%. I've been varying between 29 and anywhere up to sort of 33%. There's a 35, 34. So way too wet for firewood right now. Once it drops to 20% or below, it's good to go, which will be next winter.